run a small recording studio, and the name of the business is called Kalamazoo Music CC. But within the business, I also run a small production company which only does my products. I'm not doing anything for clients as yet, but I think it's important for every artist to know the technology, whether you're old or young. In the 21st century, you got to get into the technology. And I had to teach myself all these things in order to push my products. And I do my own video, and I do my own my music videos, as well as advertising. And I also have my own YouTube channel to sell my product. Because I thought I was doing it for myself, I suddenly find myself getting clients who wanting to do the same kind of stuff, or people asking questions, how my editing skills and stuff like that. And I'm giving tips even to professional editors. I had to save all my gigs money from concerts over the years, wherever I've been touring around the world, saved the money to build a recording studio. And again, that was for me to record my own music, because recording studios are very, very expensive. Well, firstly, I mean, when we look at young artists today, young people, I wouldn't just say young artists, but people across the board, young people can't handle stress. And it's happening around the world. As soon as you feel you're being pressurized either by your family or the economy or whatever happens, people, the first thing they think about is suicide. But for me, I've also had times when I was at the lowest point in my life. And up to now, I made sure that I will never go and bother other people to ask for a piece of bread. I always try to be positive, and you ask the universe out there. Another thing is your attitude. If things are going bad, instead of getting bundled in your little corner and saying, oh, I don't have work, oh, there's no gigs coming in, we are suffering and all that stuff, that doesn't help. You have to call. You have to call, pick up the telephone and call people. And that's what I do. I mean, me as Pops Mohamed, I still call people today and say, listen, man, bro, next month I don't have any gigs. Is there anything that you can do for me? There are people out there who are willing to help you. And I said this many, many times ago. Any young artist or an old musician, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't say old. I hate using that word old. I call people senior citizens and senior musicians. Always say, bro, if you are at your lowest point of your life, come to me. I may not have money, but I'll give you some food to eat. But I will help you. My biggest mistake was not saving money. And all of a sudden, when I look at my bank account, the economy changed. I had no money, and I was making this transition, going from pop music into indigenous music. And all of a sudden, I didn't have a backup, and I wanted to be this person who's going to protect and preserve. I didn't save money. If I had saved money from my earlier years, I would have had one of the biggest recording studios in Johannesburg. I think firstly, you got to think of what kind of business you want to get into. What are you good at? You look at what is the best skills, what can I do at my best? And then you got to do research of that. That's tip number one. What are you good at? And then tip number two is, who is going to be my target market? What am I going to target? Is it going to work? You need to find out whatever I'm going to do, whether it's going to be pantyhoses or whatever it is you want to do, is it going to work? And then tip number three is, when I'm up there, how am I going to use this money to expand my business? Will I continue with the same business, or am I just using this business as a start off to get into something else? You have to decide, are you going to expand your business or go into something else? If people could give me advice and say, Pops, we think you need to do this, you need to do that, blah, blah, please write to africandreamtime@gmail.com, because I also need your help. I'll always be needing your help, because without you, there's no me.